Hello, today we're going to be working on a Kenmore dryer. The heating element went out, and in order to be able to tell that is that the dryer will run perfectly, except when you get through, it will no longer be able to, it won't actually heat up the clothes, so your clothes will still be wringing wet when you get done. So, in order to get that done, for this particular dryer, please make sure you verify your own parts. But this one, I got the heating element off of Amazon. It comes with all the replacement parts. Since you are already in there, you might as well go ahead and change them out. You don't have to change them all out. You just, for this particular project, we're going to do that. The number is 279838. I just did an Amazon search for it and was able to get it. It actually covers mini dryers. So see if this one fits you. It's approximately 27 bucks. Much better than $600 for a new dryer as of now. You'll also need a 1/4 inch nut driver of some sort, whether that be a drill or the actual nut driver. I recommend having both. This will make taking the back off faster, and there's some you won't be able to reach without doing this. And you don't want to strip the metal later on. And you'll also need a Phillips head screwdriver. Alright, make sure that everything's cleaned off. Of course, the one thing you're going to want to do is you're going to pull it away, and you're going to make sure that the dryer is unplugged for your project. So we'll go ahead and pull this out. I've already troubleshot this, so the dryer is already unplugged. As you can see, there's several screws along the side, and then 2 right here, and then a couple on the bottom. Go ahead and take those out, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back with we've removed the cover, and we want you to make sure that when you remove the cover, you're going to realize that the dryer has picked up a lot of lint throughout the time. No matter how vigilant you are to keeping the lint trap clean, there still will be buildup. So what you want to do before you actually start removing anything is go ahead and clean out the whole entire set. And when I was troubleshooting, I removed the entire group of lint that was located down here at the bottom. However, I still need to vacuum it up. So I'm going to go ahead and vacuum this, and we'll come back to this. Alright? Alright, so we got this all cleaned out now. Everything's vacuumed. We actually took this off. Just so you know, that as well, clean it out since you've already have the back open. To take this off, there is 4 1/4 inch screws. One located here, one here, one here, and one right here. And you'll be able to unscrew those, and then from the top there are 2 Phillips head screws. Once you remove those, you'll be able to pull this whole assembly out from here and then vacuum everything out. Quite important, since there is a vent located in the middle section that when we pulled it out, there was a lot of lint that was up against it, and that will affect the efficiency of your dryer. So we have removed this, put it back, the 4 screws, and the 2 in the top. Recommend having somebody up at the top do the 2 screws and then work on the bottom screws. Alright, so the next step is that we will take apart this heater assembly, and you only need to take apart the top portion, or the bottom portion right here, this metal portion right here. Alright, so we're going to open up the box and we'll show you what's in the box. So this kit comes with the heater assembly. As you see, it is the full assembly for here. So there's one heater assembly. There are two temperature sensors which activate. You have one here and one down here. And then there's a fusible link. This one you only have to replace if your dryer does not operate at all, because that is what operates the fan motor assembly. And so I would put this in a junk drawer somewhere in case you do need it. But if you don't, just go ahead and replace the sensors and the heater assembly. To do that, it's a simple pull the wires off the assembly. As you see, there's just pull, and then you will go ahead and just remove it from the system. Make sure you put your bolts down somewhere safe. And this is just one bolt, and then it hooks in to the actual assembly here. The second one, we'll go ahead and we'll disconnect this from here and disconnect this from here. And then there's a little switch here where everything will attach to. This red wire in this assembly is this red wire. If you look at the wire and it's not damaged or anything, you can just go ahead and keep what is right there. So you don't even have to disconnect that. Unscrew your sensor. And this one actually has two. This is where you need the Phillips head screwdriver. Alright, so with the Phillips head screwdriver, we'll go ahead and remove this last screw, which will then take out the thermostat. And see, this is the temperature. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and replace this wire. And the reason I will go ahead and replace this wire is because if you can see that from here, there is some damage from the heat that comes from here, which slightly melts it. So for safety's sake and the fact that it comes free with the kit, might as well go ahead and replace it. See, it already has the connection there. So you just plug it back in. Alright, so ensure that the wire is red to orange like it was when it came off. And then plug it back in. Don't worry about this just yet. You just want to make sure that this is all set so you don't forget what you had. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll remove the heater assembly. Made a mistake. You did not need to unplug. You did not need to keep this plugged in. A lot easier to unplug it the first time. So, as you can see, this heater element is completely shot. There's broken coils, some burn marks, but this was because of the heat and contraction, and it just fell apart. So, This is why the dryer didn't work. We'll go ahead and we'll put the brand new one in and see how long this will last. Now when you take this off, this might have some lint in it too. Please be very aware of that and make sure it is as clean, so then that way you do not have a potential fire hazard within yourself. Alright, so we'll go ahead and reinstall this. Just push it up until you can line up the holes. And place them back together again. Alright, so now you plug in yours, orange and red, go towards the front of the dryer, and then the plain red, this plain red, the one that goes to the back, underneath this longer one, is the one that goes here. So now you should have a short red and a short red and orange. You will take your new thermostat, that's there, the black, as you'll see, it'll say 250 to 800, or sorry, 80, and you'll go ahead and you'll put that guy in. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and plug this back in. 1, too. And then you'll take your second switch. And you put these back up on the top. Again, if you don't want to replace these, you don't have to. I just do it because it's all there and it's all good to go. So now this next one, the hook goes in the hole.
Stop.
Where it lies flat. And then you put the last screw in place. And then you plug it back in. In this switch, it doesn't matter which direction per se. You want to be accurate to the way it was, then it was the red and white on the top and the red on the bottom. Now with that, you should be able to plug your dryer in and test it to make sure that you are getting heat before you put everything back together again. But once you test it, just go ahead and put the back on, plug it in, and put it back in your spot, and you will have a more efficient dryer that it actually works, and saved yourself a couple of $100 in the meantime. All right, with that, I'll see you later.